What's going on, YouTube? Episode 5. So we went ahead and opened this up this morning. Some of the back to black crap wasn't 100% dried, so it was still blue in some areas, which may be hard to see, but down in there behind the water pump. So yeah, that's certain areas. There is areas again, like on the output shaft of the transmission, we're gonna have to hit again, but we'll deal with that later. Everything's looking good. I mean, the risers look amazing compared to what they looked like yesterday. Again, there still is some spots like here that need to be touched up again, but it's very dry, durable. I can recommend to wear gloves. Don't get that shit on your hands because it doesn't come off. Everything's looking good. I think today we're gonna hook up the carburetor fuel line. We still gotta put on that 90 and the fuel line for the carburetor supply, and then we're gonna go get a 5-gallon gas can and hook it up to our fuel feed in the back and just feed out of a 5-gallon can, because our big tank has a lot of ethanol goo in it and I'm having a hard time getting it out, so it's soaking now in some pretty potent degreaser, soap, water, and a little bit of acid, trying to break it up because I'm just having a hard time getting it out of there. So we'll deal with that later. For now, we're just gonna run a little fuel tank and we're gonna get this thing all cleaned up. You can see the aftermath of the upper intake. It looks pretty good. There's one little spot right here. Other than that, it looks, I'm happy with it. So we tried kicking it over last night. It would not do anything. I think the starter solenoid is bad. I can't remember if the solenoid needs to be grounded to those big bolts that are coming out of the fuse block to the block for it to turn over. I can't remember, it's been so long. However, we're gonna get that working today. If we gotta go pick up a new solenoid, we will, and go from there. So let's go get some tools. Say hi, bud.
Hi, bud.
No, you gotta say hi.
Hi.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and put this new carburetor on. I went ahead and put the linkage piece back on. Vacuum line, which is different on the other one, it's on this side. And also this one does not have a bung for the vacuum here, which I have plugged, which is kind of nice. So that's really the only difference. And then this vacuum line's on this side. So other than that, everything else looks the same. Same electric choke. Nice and pretty. We got a brand new gasket right there. I'm gonna throw that on, get this thing bolted on here, and hook up the new fuel line, and then hopefully start the damn thing. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so got the carb all hooked up, fuel line's on. Took a little finessing to get it to fit just how it needs to. However, the ignition switch is not kicking the starter, so either I have a bad starter solenoid or something's wrong with the key. Let's get the power probe out. I'm gonna try and figure this out and we'll see how this goes. Trying to troubleshoot this. Battery's fresh. I mean, we got, I'm pretty sure the battery's got 12.5 volts, I think. 12.9. But this should start it, and it's not. So, gotta figure out what's going on here. See, that's dead. That should have power. It says it's 0. So, something tripped. We gotta figure out what ignition. Alright, so we got the motor to spin over. I guess it was a little froze up, but it's free spinning now. It's still not working from the switch, so I think we have a bad solenoid, so I'm gonna get a new solenoid. Just take these off, buddy. Take them off.
Why?
Why'd you put water in them?
Because?
So turning over. So glad that's working. So we're just gonna keep turning it over until we get some fuel dumping in here, and hopefully she'll crank up.